air, their shit don't stink. What exactly does give them the right to do that? How do they keep their money going?
For Lou?
For Lou, for the Chillheart family. Like, are they in technology? Are they investments? What?
On how they keep their money going and how they can act as nobles. It would be a combination of all of the above. Again, whatever would get the result that they can act noble. It's like, hey, if investments aren't going well, then, deal with another noble, or maybe they go and do one of those other options that you said, or maybe they do, they pretty much hop around on the different, they don't stick with just one single idea. They will if it keeps working, but once that stops working, they go with, backup plans and whatnot. Whatever gets shit done.
Okay.
And whatever gets them to, be still considered nobility, they will do that in whatever means they could.
Okay. So as soon as you tell her that your name is Lou Chillheart, she seems to have a moment of recognition. Chillheart Electronics? Wow! Flippy, where did that come from?
Oh,
Chillheart of Electronics. Well, that would be my auntie. She runs that particular little side business.
Huh.
Nothing too big, but, it is another source of income and a source of connections. Because, hey, she's rubbing elbows with some other people that are doing electronics.
Funny enough, I think I might have met her. I had a mission a couple of months ago, I guess? And it was with a lady by the name of Chillheart. Looked pretty different from you, though.
Yeah, her horns are bigger.
Bandersnatch just comes over when he's finished fiddling with his neck and says, "Didn't the Chillhearts start out as some hardcore mercenary group? I heard I've heard their founder was a diplomat, but when the two sides couldn't agree, she chose diplomacy by gun and decided to take charge of what was left."
Oh, yeah. That ancestor, well, the real story is the guns came after she split somebody in two because two sides were fighting over them. And she's like, well, why don't you take a half? After, they irritated her for about, I think, she bragged a year of their diplomatic bullshit and her trying to even things up. That was my great ancestor Salvo. She really did have a flair about her.
As you say this, Jane starts laughing rather strongly for what the joke there should have been. Maybe a little too funny to her. You know what kind of laugh I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I'm kissing your ass laugh.
I like this, Jane. I like this, Jane.
What did you say, Summer?
So the I'm kissing your ass laugh.
No, like she genuinely finds it funny. Maybe a little too funny given the situation.
Yeah, that sounds like...
Is that Jane?
N-E. Jane.
Jane. Okay, so no.
Got it.
He just adjusts his anti-photon goggles and says, "Alright, so which of your ancestors was responsible for putting that PR spin on it then?"
What? No, we didn't put any spin on that. It was just the public and everybody else that wanted to, well, make it not seem as gory, hey, when they didn't really care about writing the history books, she just left that to somebody else to clean up, and how they wanted to clean up was to make it seem less the people's fault, and more of, I guess, my ancestors' fault, but, here's my family now, and that history person, well, after they got done writing their book, I think they had an accident. I don't know, but they tried to go through jump space, blink space, and went through a black hole.
Yeah. So it's probably just typical Galnet.
Probably.
A news story about everything, but no details ever.
Sounds like your typical
Pretty
gossip
much.
tree.
But in any case, enough about me. Well, actually, no, there's never enough about me, but what about you?
Are you pointing to her?
Yes.
Oh, my family history's not all that great. Certainly not throwing ourselves into a black hole anytime soon. My mother was a farmer, my father a mechanic, and I just kind of fell into piloting, I used to control the old farm mech, move around all the heavy shit for us. It's like I had a second nature about it or something.
It can't be all that bad. Was it a humanoid model like what's in the hangar here? Or was it more designed for long-term work on a farm?
I think he said it was a modified swallow. Swallowtail? Something like that.
Uh-huh.
That's
I've
a
always wanted to
respectable
pilot one of those. I plan on trying to get to pilot one of those.
I've only really heard about the base loadout, but even then it's really useful.
Yeah, you know what they say, hand a child an erector set and eventually they'll make something.
Hedgehog better than a kobold.
Yeah, well, that's definitely something. My family motto was toss your kid in the deep end and they'll learn to swim real quick.
She again does that really funnier than it probably was joke laugh. And it's too good. Throw them in the deep end. You're fucking Lou.
Hey, that's how I learned how to swim at the age of 3, 4. We didn't have a pool around we didn't have a pool available until I was about 3 to 4.
Construction?
What? No.
The people around you just kind of look worried hearing that, but nobody says anything.
Yeah, well.
Hey, I'm a pretty good swimmer. I'm still around. See?
I mean, considering it was swim or die. What? I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit.
No need to sugarcoat anything.
Oh yeah, right. He does have to climb back in and close the cockpit. Gotta make sure this is turned on.
Yep. Really
Became a Lancer because it felt like second nature to pilot some mechs. That's cool of you. At least you're doing what you like.
Yep, I guess so.
Wait, even though it's second nature, you do like being a Lancer, right?
I mean, it lets me see places, so sure.
Yeah, because I have heard of, well, I haven't met anybody yet, but I have heard how some people would be really good at it, at something, but they hate doing it. Especially if, they always have some kind of reason. But one of the really oddest reasons was they hate doing it was because they're so good at doing it, and that it's boring to them. It's like, But you're so good at it. Why not? Just find a new challenge with that thing that you're really good at. Challenge yourself!
Charles just walks out to find his bug, past them doing that conspiratorial whistle. Like the obviously way too obvious just yeah.
Yeah, everyone's just smiling like she doesn't really know or care. And she just ignores it, just looking at it, just still conversing with Jane.
Yeah, so he's going to go and find a bunk.
Oh boy.
I just imagine he's walking around going.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. I am actually unable to make that sound.
I am unable to whistle since I had braces, and even after they got taken out, I still couldn't get to whistle. I was like, yes, my braces are out. I can whistle again, and I've tried. And after a month of trying, I just gave up. I'm like, I can't whistle anymore. This sucks.
Alright, I will be right back, guys.
Yep.
Alright.
Riley will also take the opportunity to go climb above and also check out the pools.
Okay, when you go to the washery, you do find that the room before it, room 27, is a set of lockers, which you can use to strip down. And as it turns out that they have a scanner that basically checks for clothing. You're not supposed to be in there with clothing, apparently. Like, you can have your little washtub and whatnot, no clothes.
Huh. Interesting, they would need to enforce that, but regulations written in blood and all that.
You actually,
yes.
if you look at a little sign right above it, it says, "We have this because somebody wore panties into the damn thing and it got caught in the reclamation system. This is why the reclamation system doesn't work anymore, people. Stop wearing fucking clothes in here."
Damn.
That'll do it then.
The fact that there's a sign for that.
It's a very wordy sign.
Here's the lovely thing about signs. If there is a sign, somebody has done it.
Yep.
I can just imagine a Karen being responsible. I'm not gonna lie.
Alright.
There isn't. Yep. There is a sign. That means somebody stupider than you did it for a reason.
Jesus.
Well, Riley will strip down. He's not at all shy.
Yep. And you go in, and it's indeed. I think it'd probably be better if I just show you a picture of one.
I have a vague idea of what a public bath would look like. I can imagine it theoretically in the same way we can theoretically model a black hole, you know?
I mean, making a big sphere is not that hard.
It's a gravitational sphere, man.
Your actual real world innocence is always adorable.
I'm not innocent. I'm just a shut-in.
Until you've actually done things, you're innocent. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Reality does.
Why would I
One
even go to a
reality I'm
public?
not gonna touch on because I'm a gentleman.
Why would I even want to go to a public bath? I don't like to talk to strangers, and I think my body is bad.
Pulling a soma. That's what he meant.
Yeah. I guess I decided that I want to get to know Red a bit more after last night's celebration.
Well, that was a few nights ago, but sure.
Hey, Red.
Hmm?
Right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
What you say about us getting to know each other a bit? Seems everyone else has had that idea, and we have the most in common out of everyone.
Sure. I don't see a problem with it. He just gives you a little spank.
Ha!
I do the exact same. And I'm actually going to roll for this.
You're gonna roll to get
Oh,
some.
bitch.
If you roll low, you're the bitch tonight.
I don't think you would have anything on your sheet that would really help this.
Charm?
Well, but technically speaking,
Yes,
this
you
is
have
the
charm.
mean something.
Yeah, you have a charm.
Middle point.
I met the requirement. I didn't crit, but I met the requirement.
You're barely not gonna be the bitch tonight.
He finds it cute. The way you act. He finds it cute.
Well, so... What got you into the business?
It was a way to pay bills. What else?
Surely there's something driving you. Besides the bills.
This is essentially what you walk in on, Riley.
Ha!
Well... Yeah. Well... I guess maybe I do have a bit of an affinity for these, for this whole frame fighting thing. Kinda reminds me of my days back on Gorek 7, when I used to fist fight. I was a dumb kid back then.
Interesting.
I actually put his pinky into the left side of his mouth and pull it back slightly, revealing that he's actually missing one of his teeth. Yeah. You call this interesting? By all means. And he lets it go and starts packing up the tools he's been working with.
Well, at least you have a really good handle for when somebody wants to do this, and I take as I'm behind him, and I just gently yank his head forward and just give him a little chin scratch with the other hand.
Oh,
At first he growls, but then it just turns into that slow kind of purr growl that foxes can manage. Careful,
yeah,
kid.
I know
You'll
what you're
get
talking
bit.
about. But what if that's what he wants?
I'm used to getting bit. Explosions, bullets, the whole 9 yards. It comes with the territory.
How are you not dead?
Stubbornness.
I believe that.
But, I guess what got me into it is... I get paid to destroy, the property of the people I hate, by the very people I hate. What's not to love about that?
The irony behind it, maybe?
I mean, if they're stupid enough to hire somebody who would see their entire situation fall to ruins, that's on them.
Maybe.
Not to mention they're probably stupid enough. Oh. Huh.
Also,
Nice.
between you and me, other Lancers just get it.
To a degree.
They might not say it, but they get it. Life's cruel, life's short, and it's your job to make the most of it. whether that's freeing a tiny group of people from oppressive overlords or finding love among the stars. Every day is your chance for another tomorrow.
Well, at least the name makes sense now.
Yeah.
Admittedly, it was an odd name.
I mean, there's no point in being stagnant. There's no point in just settling for what things are now. Wouldn't you agree?
I guess.
Oh, and if you're wondering, I was definitely not settling when I went with you.
He just smirks and shoves you away a little bit, ass.
What'd you expect out of the bozo?
I mean, says the guy who randomly tried to blow me up because I thought about stealing some stuff from one of the broken vans.
Not my fault you're in the way of the cannon.
No, you made it very clear that you tried to do that on purpose.
Sure you two don't have something to go in?
He's not my type. I'm not much for scales. They're only
Well,
really...
I guess it works out. I'm not into egotistical assholes.
I don't have that much of an ego.
I do.
Yes, I know, princess. Is Daddy gonna bail you out with his credit card?
Alright, kids, before this turns into a slap fight.
Why would I need his help bailing me out when I could bail my own self out?
Kid. From what I'm hearing about your folks, you're one of the ones that actually do shit.
We try to do shit.
Well, it's better than just sitting on your royal pompous ass and having other people do everything for you. So that's alright in my book, I guess. But I'm still gonna mock the fucking princess angle for all it's worth.
Hey, look, as long as you're calling me a princess, I don't mind at all.
I roll my eyes.
I win that one, Jane.
So, Foxy Floof, what order do you want things to go in? Being clean or being dirty?
Being fed first.
I think I can figure out how to get us some good grub. I have a way with people.
Just don't get them to throw us out of the mess.
What? Nah. I haven't had a food fight in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. And
How old are you?
27.
He just gives a side glanced look as you two go up the elevator, but doesn't say anything about it.
What? You thought I was older?
No, I just would have thought you would be 17 the last time you had a food fight.
27 minus 10 equals 17.
He just rolls his eyes and smirks. Whatever, kid.
How old are you then?
Let me think. When did, Saloon... No, you wouldn't know who Saloon is. What was the last big event you heard about?
Official story or actual stories? That will probably matter.
Whatever they scream on the news.
They allegedly found dead bodies of other species. Air quotes.
Well, considering you and I count as other species, he makes air quotes too with a smirk. Let's call it 36 with time dilation.
Got it. So...
So what?
You're about almost 10 years older than me. Huh. It really doesn't feel like that.
Rejuvenators are a wonderful thing.
Yeah. So... why the code name Red? Is it because of the fur?
And because normal humans are assholes.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right. Do you think?
Dumbasses need put in their
I mean,
place.
there's a reason why like 60% of me is not original, shall we say?
Oh
If you
yeah,
wanna get-
right. Bullet holes.
If you want to get technical about it, 100% of me was never human. Bioengineering's a bitch.
I
Which can have
know. People really need to get over the whole thing about some people having never been a person to begin with thing.
You mean the whole cloning shenanigans, or are you talking about being biogenetically engineered?
Both.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Do you know of a hitherto missing rock star by the name Liftrom?
Can't say I do. Are they a local star or something?
He was big about 27 years ago.
Sorry, haven't heard of him.
Care to guess what happens when you give someone the choice to make their own decisions? When you more or less had a plan for them to begin with?
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say you.
Yeah. I was supposed to be the successor to what's his fucking face, but I decided blowing shit up and causing chaos is a lot more fun than doing pretty words on paper.
He just starts petting your head softly as y'all are walking down the hallway from the elevator. Frankly, I don't see why you couldn't do both.
I
I mean,
mean,
you've got away with words.
I dabble, but under my own identity, not some has-been who died and wanted to escape the consequences of dying.
We all die someday, kid. It's just a question of whether we come back or not.
I don't think I would want whoever comes after me to try to emulate me. It would flatter me from behind, from wherever is after, but I wouldn't want it either.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. And I like pat his head because he's like actually shorter than me, and it's kind of cute that he keeps acting like he's bigger.
And he just immediately turns and bites your hand softly. And you can move your token to 23 if you would like.
Alright.
Since I assume you're going with him to the mess hall, otherwise, what have we been doing for the last 10 minutes?
I follow. Teleport powers go.
Shoop.
But yeah, it's kind of fun to think about how we met.
You tried to kill each other and then you fucked. I don't see how that's a problem.
It's funny. It's funny to think about how we met.
Whoa, what the hell is going on with your mic?
What the fuck are you talking about?
There's a static.
A lot of interference just all of a sudden.
You sound like Pop Rocks.
Yeah. Sound like you're talking with a mouthful of Pop Rocks.
Yeah. I was supposed to be the successor to what's his fucking face, but I decided yeah, I don't hear it in the playback.
Yeah, give it a minute.
So yeah. I look him up and down and I just smirk and I say, it is actually kind of funny how this we met and where we're at now.
And where are we at?
I mean, first we tried to kill each other, and then we tried to, well, you know, put different kinds of holes in each other.
Do me a favor, try to disconnect and reconnect and see if that gets rid of it.
Alright. Oh whoa, boo woo. This is
that
the oh whoa.
got worse.